Welcome to Physics 110. I'm Lisa Knight and I'll be your instructor this semester. I just wanted to use this opportunity to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about myself, and to give you an overview of the course. I have been teaching for 28 years, and 22 years of that time has been at the community college. I have been a full-time community college instructor at Central Carolina Community College for 20 years, and for 17 years I've been at Brunswick Community College as a part-time instructor. I am truly a distance adjunct. I live in Sanford, North Carolina, about 150 miles away from the Brunswick Supply Campus. I have two master's degrees from UNC Chapel Hill and from ECU. I love the Tar Heels. I love to watch hockey, and I love the physics of NASCAR. I love teaching community college students, and I am extremely happy to work with each of you. I wanted to take the time just to kind of orient you to the course. When you open up your course, you'll see that each section has 1 or 2 due dates. Most of our modules are 2 weeks long, with the exception of the Getting Started module, Module 1, Module 8, and the Exam Review / Exam. So those are 1 week long or less. Basically, the course is pretty easy to navigate. It has a very common structure. The first thing I would like to draw your attention to is that you have a Getting Started section, and you will need to download the lecture syllabus and the lab syllabus and watch this video, of course. And then you will need to open the book that's called the Instructor Introduction and Course Orientation. And you will need to go through and read each page of this very carefully. And when you are done with that, then you will need to introduce yourself in the forum. And the most important thing that you need to do here is to take the enrollment assignment, which is basically a quiz on the syllabus. So you will want to take that quiz. You can take it as many times as you need to, and then submit it by the date of the Getting Started section, which in this case is 117, and that will officially enroll you in the course. And then for most of the modules, we'll have 2 due dates, and that means that I will be taking attendance on those days based on the completion of the assignments that were due on those days. So let's take a look at a pretty typical module, Module 2. First of all, you'll see that it's due on the 29th and the 5th of February. So what that means is that when you look at this module and you open it up, you'll see that it has a pretty similar structure to every other module. You'll have an introduction to the material. You'll have a list of learning objectives, things that you'll be able to do at the end of completing the module. You have a list of the things that you need to review to learn the material. And then you'll have a list of the graded assignments. So you always have 3 graded assignments. You'll have a lab, you'll have a forum, and you'll have a quiz. So let's talk a little bit about the resources. The resources that you need will be in a book. And when you open that up, you'll have all the reading links and all the video links that you will need to learn the material. And then you will have your discussion forum. Now, your discussion forum is an opportunity to show that you are regularly participating in the course. And there will be 2 due dates, usually. There will be an initial due date for the initial post, which in this case is due on the 29th of January. And then there'll be the final due date for all the assignments in the module. In this case is the 5th of February. So for the physics forums, it's very important for you to look at the grading rubric. You'll have some kind of prompt, a video, and then a prompt to answer. And you will need to make that initial post by the first due date listed for that module, in this case, the 29th. And then you will need to constructively respond to 2 different people in the class. on 2 other days, different days, so that you have posted on 3 separate days. So for example, you may make your initial post on or before the 29th, and then the rest of the posts aren't due until the 5th. So maybe you'll make a post on the 1st, and maybe you'll make a post on the 4th. If you satisfy all of those criteria, then you will make 100 on your discussion. And I will be posting attendance on that initial post date, whether or not you have completed that initial post. And I will also be completing attendance based on whether you've completed all the other assignments, which means that you replied to 2 classmates and that you've completed your lab and your quiz. So your lab is generally going to be some kind of simulation, applet activity. You will have a lab sheet that you download and you complete using the applet, and you will complete each part of that. And then you will open up this assignment and you will submit your saved lab sheet. I need to have that either as a PDF or as a docx file. I cannot open OpenOrg or Mac files. So you need to make sure that you're either saving it as a PDF or as a docx. And then you will attach it to this link and submit it here. And then you will have a quiz. And the quizzes are generally 20 to 25 questions, multiple choice, and you will have 1 essay. And the essay generally will be a reflection of how one or more of the concepts pertains to your life. Now, you can certainly use resources to help you find examples, but that essay needs to be really a discussion of some kind of example from your own personal experience that you can use a concept in that module to explain. So I'm really looking to see that you're reflecting and drawing connections between your own personal life and the concepts we're learning. And so that's basically how each module is set up. You have modules 1 through 8 of content. And you'll notice that, for example, Module 8 only has 1 due date. So, of course, as we get down towards the end and we're kind of at the end of the semester and everybody's crazy, those 2 due dates aren't as important. You will have a review, which is a form with some example essay questions. And then you'll have a final exam. And that final exam is required. It will be open all day on the 6th in this case. All the other modules will be closed out on that day, so you will not have access to them. You'll be hidden. So you will need to be able to study beforehand and be ready to go on the 6th. And you'll open it up. You'll have an hour and a half to complete 40 multiple choice questions. It'll be similar to the quiz questions in the modules, and 2 reflection type questions where you will be explaining how some concept relates to something in real life. So that's basically it. Now, the other thing I'd like to mention to you is that in the syllabus, I have a Google Voice number that I use. I prefer to use that because I am an adjunct here and don't always check my email as much as I should. I do try to check it on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But I have office hours available via this link right here from 9 to 10 on Fridays, or by appointment. So if you have a question or a concern or something like that, send me a Google Voice text Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 p.m. Usually I will answer immediately because it'll come straight to my phone. And that's why I prefer it, because I'm not linked to my Brunswick email on my phone. I don't always get that. And sometimes when I do check on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there's a lot of emails and I might miss it. So if you send me a Google Voice text, which is in the syllabus and in the Getting Started orientation, that'll be preferable. And once again, we have office hours from 9 to 10 on Fridays, but I implore you to reach out to me. If that time doesn't work for you, I'll be glad to meet with you virtually anytime via this link. Please reach out to me. I really want you to be successful. So I will be posting announcements every week, and you can find them here, and there will be an email announcement uh, version of it sent to your email, so you'll want to make sure you check that. Um, so for sure, I am always letting you know what's going on. When I grade work, I usually grade it within 24 to 48 hours, unless something crazy is going on. And I send out an announcement with feedback and reminders as well. Every week, you will get an announcement from me, and I will be visible in your discussions as well. So I would like to really encourage you to use this opportunity to really take the concepts and the materials that we're learning in here, which is really just a survey course in physics, doesn't have a lot of math in it, and really think about what you think you understand, because a lot of times we come to this class with misconceptions about the world around us that are based on our everyday observations. Uh, and and then I want you to really reflect on whether or not you have a good understanding, a true understanding of why things happen the way they do. And really use this as a course for you to kind of understand some of the basic principles that underlie everything around us. I really look forward to working with you. Have a great semester.